Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We're back in Farming Simulator 22. Last episode, oh man, we got to try out the stump grinder slash brush clearer. Let's hop on the tractor and get back to it. We finished all our planting the last episode. We're still here on September 16th. We've got 2 days going per month. So next month, I think we're going to have some stuff to harvest. Not soybeans, but sunflowers and corn, I believe. And then at the end of last episode, I was just noticing I can kind of control this rake here on top by just primary clicking and then scrolling left and right. And then there's a little guard in here that moves up, and I'm trying to get a decent camera angle. Of course, I'm not going to be able to, but I'm not sure what function this serves, but we'll try it. It does actually leave a different texture. I don't know if that's actually plowing. If I pop out, here's the texture with the rake, and then beyond there, it's more of like a cultivator pattern. Not sure, but let's get to it. We're going to try and clear out as much of this as we can next to the creek and kind of around the corner here. I was just going to say, we won't go over to this side here, but maybe we could. We'll probably leave it and maybe rent this thing again. Let's see if we can get an initial set of trees planted. And then we'll worry about expanding our little forestry endeavor once we've got that done. All right, I'm going to set this guy down, power it up. I've got the rake down. Let's see what we can do. Take out some of this brush. Now, there's some of it looks like it may be sticking around. That's not the end of the world if it does. A few of those little plants stay. That's not going to hurt the aesthetic at all. I'm not too worried about that. And I'm not really worried about, flattening out this terrain or something, using the terrain modification tool or something. Let's see, I'm not sure. Turn down my own volume here so I can hear myself think. Not sure how to get these slopes. If I should go side to side or do it in little strips. Doing it in little strips like this probably take forever. Okay, let me drop it down, see what we get. This may do the better job, but we'll see. I gotta do a couple strips just so I can get in there. I'll lift up. This thing does a pretty good job. We may have some little aesthetic branches that stay behind, but I don't mind that actually. And some of this plant material, it's not getting chewed up, but I call that a plus versus a minus. That's going to help it look a little bit better, I think. See if we can make it up this hill. This is pretty steep. We're not going to be able to plant on that. Plant trees on that steep of an incline. I don't think. I think that would be a problem harvesting. Oh, it's kind of stuck there. Now let's see if we can make this turn. All right, I'm going to lift up. I want to be careful here. I don't want too much of this plowed up. Let's see, I may have myself in a bit of a pickle here. Let's just come across and start fresh. Doing the job. He's doing the job. Okay, we just got I just had a Steam achievement pop up. And I think this is effectively creating a field for us. Let's see. Is there an option to set that? I don't see anything in the help. If we can get these. That may actually be a tree branch or something. Can I pick this up? Nope. It's just a stubborn one. We'll see if we can get it. There we go. That's the end of that. I'm going to take a couple passes going through here. Okay, that is a branch. Hopefully this will disappear. I don't want to make a special trip just for this guy. There we go. Nice. Not too bad. It's going to be a lot easier to work in this area. With this brush cleared out of the way, we'll be able to see a lot better when we finally get around to planting and harvesting trees here. Hopefully we can plant some stuff here. Trying to make use of this kind of otherwise wasted land. And so far, boy, it's been going pretty smooth, this little project. But it's a lot of work. You know, we had to hand saw a lot of that stuff out of there. I think I can get this last stubborn shrub out of there, or bush. See if I can get at it from a different angle here. There we go. Looks like we got it. Yeah, that could glitch on us. We may have to make one more trip back. The sawmill. And there may be more of this stuff too to come as we clear out the rest of this kind of creek area or ditch. The end of that. That I think is aesthetic. Yeah, we can't get to that one. And these, is there anything here? No, can't pick up any of these. And I think these last little plants here, I don't know if they're going to come up. They look like they're not tuned into the program here, and they just ignore the thrashing blades that are trying to chew them up. But again, those ones aren't so obtrusive. The other ones are. So that's, and those are coming up pretty good. The ones we want to get out of here most, I think, are coming up pretty good. Whoops, what am I doing wrong? Oh, I'm not lowered. Let's go back and see if we can't maybe get these guys down here. Yeah, that worked. All right. Looks a little better. Whoops, we want to lift up here. Gonna keep that path texture the way it is, if we can help it. Ooh, I'm on something. I might be on a stump. See if we can back over whatever that was. Kind of hidden. Can I lower on top of that thing? Something here. I don't really see it. We may have just gotten it right there. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this whole little strategy here. This makes sense or not. Gives us something to do. We've just about completed all the field work that we can on our fields. It's going to be timed pretty nice next month, which I think is once this day is over. We'll have some harvesting to do, but hopefully before then we can get some trees planted along here. Like I said, we need to rent some equipment. I can only get so close here to the edge. I'm just gonna... Yeah, you can see it's not... That's where the things end there. It's not my land by the road. And our little tractor would not be able to do this. The Landini would not be able to cope, I don't think, with this. This needs kind of a little bit stronger tractor, but the JCB seems to be handling it just fine. You may find more scraps of wood. That looks like some scraps in front of us that we're going to need to haul back. I don't know if those will grind up or not. Maybe they do. Maybe they will. A little log there. There's another one I'm riding over right now. See if I can grind that. That's a piece I did with the chainsaw. Looks like it disappeared. Fine by me. I don't need the $1.50 that I would get for that piece. Yeah, this thing works fantastic. I'm liking it quite a bit. As long as it doesn't glitch out on me, then I will be happy. So far, it's working pretty much to plan. Knock on wood. We're going to come back to this side and clean it up a bit, but let's continue on where we were. There's another log that kind of popped out. But we've got a bunch of creek bed on our land if we wanted to do this. If this turns out to be successful, this could turn out to be a fairly profitable strategy to get some forestry down without having to buy that super expensive plot of land. 1.1 million. It's got the trees planted on it already. But it takes work. This takes work, right? It's not free. Okay, I'm looking fairly stuck here. Let's lift up the tool. Right over this difficult spot and then back up. This thing works in reverse too, it looks like. Okay, it looks like we solved whatever problem we had. I don't know if this takes... It looks like this actually takes the water texture away. Not the end of the world. I think it'd be better if it didn't, because it looks a little funky underneath the bridge there, but it's not the end of the world. Thinking I should maybe take the rest of it up, though. Ooh, not going to make it easy on me. Alright, we'll just have to imagine that this is kind of the dry part of the creek bed. This is a little bit of a difficult area to work in. Just trying to normalize these textures here, get out these light patches. Could try and take out this water. Not easy to do. Not easy to drive down here. All right, we got most of that. Let's keep on it. Well, there's one little nugget there we should try to get. Let's try it. It doesn't seem to want to... There it goes. All right, let's stay on this side. I could try to leave the water. I don't know if it's going to look worse trying to leave a little bit of that water or not. We'll give it a try and then see how it looks and decide if we want to do more. All right, that's it for that side. Let's see if we can get that one little spot. This is for the OCD among us. I don't know if I can. It looks like it's sitting in a little bit of a divot. Well, that was easy. Yeah, let's try and stay just on the other side of the water and maybe leave a little bit of the water in there. Not the end of the world if we wipe it out, but we could try. Keep some of it there at least. Okay, I am all the way down, lowered, and I have the tool turned on. See, now because I didn't do that on the other side, it looks a little goofy, right? Having these plants just growing on one side. Let's get a little closer and take them down a little bit more. We'll see. We may take them all out if we can. It's just, it's going to look goofy if they're only on one side, I think. Some might not be a problem, or maybe we won't even be able to get them. I am lowered. There it goes. Hey, I'd like this stuff to get out of here. You have to try that from a different angle. It's not the end of the world. That's not the brush that I'm most concerned about, like I said before. It's mostly these taller ones that are kind of hard to see around. Might be hitting a stump here. I'm having a hard time getting around this. Pretty darn cool, man. Super, it's super cool we can do this in a game. This is just amazing. Think about it. It's slow. Yeah, I'm tripping up on these logs and things. That's one of the reasons why I'm clearing the brush. The main reason, right, is because, man, you can't see what's hiding in the brush. Like this guy. Oh, man. This looks pretty good. Is pretty much exactly what I was hoping for. As far as the effectiveness of this A brush remover. Like I said, it's more natural to have the brush here, but functionally, when we get to doing the forestry, if it works, I think we're going to be glad to have this out of the way. Let's see. Oops, let me back up so I can see more. And get at this from a different angle. Looks like that worked a little better. Still would like to take out more of that. We'll see. We'll circle back, see what we can get. This is going to be tricky. Definitely want to get that big bush right there. We're going to come back. And this is as far up to the road as we need to go, I think. Oh man, look at that. Whoa, watch out. Here comes Sky. Does not like to slow down. All right, let's see if we can get this guy from a different angle. This one's going to be a challenge, I think. Just getting that feeling. Nope, we got it. Nice. And then maybe a little bit off of this patch here, if we can pull it off. Or grind it off, I should say. That's better. A lot better. We get a little bit more. That's sitting in a divot. It's going to be hard to get. Not the end of the world. We'll give it a little bit more try. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That might be a little bit unreachable. Yeah, I've gone over that just about every angle I can think of. All right, I'm going to raise it, and I'm going to try one more swipe at these guys right up here. Trying to get up. I'm trying. All right, right here is where I want it. Get any of these off this corner here. It's hard to get at that angle. All right, that's probably good enough. Let's lift it up and go get the other side here. We gotta cut it probably a little closer to match what we've already done. Looks like I'm taking it all up. Oh well, that's not the end of the world. Super cool implement. I like it. Ooh, tricky spot here. Probably should have planned that a little better than I did. shouldn't be heading up an incline quite this steep. I should have come in on an angle. All right, I think we're okay. Let's get on it here. And there's a couple more logs that were missed in the brush that I didn't pick up. We can get to those. We'll pick them up. Maybe between episodes or something, I'll make a trip. Get rid of those stragglers. Ooh, I'm hung up on a couple logs here. Oh boy, can I get through this? These are kind of messing up my plans here. Let me lift our implement here and see if I can back up out of this. Let's clear these out. They are causing us problems. Ooh, doesn't want to let me pick it up. But thinks it's too big, but this one may be glitched. Hey, there's part of it. But this other part should be able to be picked up. I have a feeling it's like, oh no, it worked. I'm going to say I had a feeling it might be glitched underground, where a big part of it's hidden, because I've seen that before. I think that's... nope. There's a big hunk right here. Yeah, I could not see these in the brush. All right, we might be okay. Let's try it. Kind of a strange angle. Here's another branch I need to clear. Let's see if there's more. Okay, I want to take out some of these. Whoops. Maybe not all of them, but too late now. Yeah, definitely curious to hear if you guys would do this approach or not. And make use of some of this extra land. Or do you think it's just too much work? It's not worth it. Ooh, that looks good. Yeah, we'll leave that. The shrubs that made it get to stay. A little tricky navigating this area on the incline. I would like to get rid of this. There we go. Part of it. There we go. I can see another branch hiding there that I didn't get. All right, let's see what we can do if we can get more of this. All right. Yeah, after this, the next thing's going to be the tree planter. And that we might buy. I think it's only like $8,000. Where are we at? We're at 6140 in our for our bank balance. And like I said before, I think we've got like 90 grand left that we can borrow at least. Now we're paying interest on all that. It's not great. And then I think December is the first month we're going to be able to sell some crops. Let's try to find a good way to get this out of here. Yeah, we'll see. Now, these trees might be a nightmare to harvest once we get them planted and they grow. No way to know unless we do it. There's not a ton of land here, but there's enough where we can make use of it. Okay, I'm lowered. And we'll see on the map if this is actually creating a field. It sure looks like it is. And I did get a little Steam award that, or achievement, Steam achievement that looked like it had to do with creating a field. All right, let's get this thing out of the way. Otherwise, we're going to be pushing it the whole time. Try and put these together. Oops, I should cut that off. Maybe it'll all disappear. Let's get the other one while we're at it that we know about. Looks like there's a few. Yeah, that texture on that branch there that I'm carrying is a little dubious. It looks a little bugged. There's some known serious bugs with trees and cutting trees on this build of Farming Simulator 22 that I'm using. It's the latest, just waiting on updates. All right, what else? There was more, was there not? That looks like it's a stump. This guy, I can't do anything with that. Okay, here's another piece here. 2 pieces to get. Those down. A little nugget here. Grab that. Boom. Back to work. Yeah, so far I'm as pleased as I could possibly be with this implement. This is awesome. It is working exactly as I imagined. And I did not think it would. That's very cool. All right, down we go. This might be the last strip. We'll see if it clears. It is going to be a tricky angle, but I think we can do it with the tree planter. And then we'll use this same implement. We'll probably buy one maybe later. We'll see. We don't use it very long. I guess it's going to depend if we take out more trees along the creek side on our land. We do a lot more brush clearing than we may just want to buy one of these. And I was going to say this will take out the stumps too once we harvest the trees. At least it's supposed to. It's been taking out the stumps of these these smaller trees pretty well. And now the challenge is going to be, or the decision is going to be, do we just return this thing like right away? Or do we clear out some other brush? while we've got it on lease. You know what I'm saying? We could, without cutting down the other trees, we could try taking out some of the brush. Let's just experiment with that on this next little section of creek and see while we've got this thing leased. Might make sense to do it. I don't know if I can just run down these trees. Doesn't look like it doesn't look like it. That might be a little crazy, right? To try and do this. Maybe this is a good time for this view. Is this worth doing? I don't know. Will it make the job easier of cutting down these trees if we get around to doing it? Probably. Is everything lowered? It is. Why don't I see stuff disappearing behind it? We had a little bit of progress and then kind of nothing. We're probably not close enough to the bushes. Let's cheat up a little closer to these trees. I could be making a mess of things. But from but from an immersion standpoint, this is pretty fun doing it this way, I gotta say. I have no idea if we're gonna strand our tractor. Alright, let's go back third person doesn't even help, huh? Yeah, I don't know. We may need to clear out the trees first, actually. We're both getting each other's way. Might not be worth doing this with the trees around. It's just going to be a little too challenging, I think. That's one thing I didn't even consider. We could get in here and just do it this way. Just pretend like it's on the front of the tractor. Now I'd have to get my bearings on how to steer this. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to take the trees out. It looks like it's just a little too congested. And by a little too congested, I mean it's way, way, way too congested to do it this way. But man, the immersion's very cool on this. We maybe should have done it this way, first person view, when we were doing the first trench that we did. Look at this. All right, I'm gonna lift it up. I guess we take it back. Boy, it's hard to do that, but we're gonna have to do it. Hard to return it after we just leased it. I mean, we spent a fair amount of money leasing it, but it's not the end of the world. Those little bushes can stay. Not too worried about it. It's nice and clear. We can see there's still some natural stuff to look at. I like it. I like it. Let's take this guy back and think about buying it later. I think we're clear, right? We're clear everywhere we wanted to be clear. Yep, definitely. In fact, we can get the tree planter. What we'll do... Let's just stop it right here, this episode. Next episode, we'll pick it up. We will, I wonder if we get better money returning this if it's clean. Probably not, the least. Next episode, we'll head over to the dealer, get the tree planter. We'll probably buy that, which means maybe taking a little bit of a loan and getting pallets of trees. Ooh, how are we going to get those delivered out here? Yeah. We don't have a flatbed to load things onto. We'll have to give that thought next episode. I hate to do them one by one. Oh, that's a little crazy. But we're tight on cash. We're trying to get by as best we can. Where's our Landini, by the way? Is that back? Or is that hanging out somewhere else? hanging out here by the sheep. Anyway, we'll wrap this one here. Thanks to everybody who has been giving the videos a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next episode.